Hi everyone, this is your Sunday support for June 12th, 2016, your last Sunday support. So I just have a couple of final things to talk to you about today. First of all assignments for the course are due by 11:59 on Tuesday, June 14th. So anything that you want graded for this class, you have to have in by that time. Second, if you're having trouble getting your portfolio together for the Arguing in Multimedia project, then please do check out the Blackboard video that I made that's available in the Blackboard folder of the help section of our Blackboard. If you have looked for a video before and couldn't find it, check again, because I've just added it to the site when I realized that although I had recorded the video, I had not added it to our site. So do check that out. It can be a complicated process to get the portfolio rolling, but once you have it set up, it's very easy to add pages with your various components for the Arguing in Multimedia project. All of those components are available in the checklist rubric as well, if you haven't checked that out yet. Finally, I want you to keep in mind that at its core, composition is revision. So that means that you can apply this, of course, to future writing that you do, but even right now, as you're finishing this course, no matter how many assignments you've done for this class and how many assignments you have left, you can use my feedback on what you've done before to help you as you compose the rest of your assignments. So take, for instance, let's say you haven't done your thesis assignment yet, but you have completed one of the major papers, so the visual rhetorical analysis or the research argument. Chances are I gave you some feedback on your thesis for that paper. Well, you can take that feedback and use it to make your actual thesis assignment submission even stronger. And that's what I want you to do as you're finishing up the course. Look back at the feedback I've given you and see how you can use it to make your current work stronger. Because all of composition is built on revising based on what we learn along the way. Furthermore, this class is built as a series of building blocks. So all of the assignments that you're doing will add up to help you do the later assignments. So feedback on those earlier components will help you on the later assignments, and they're intended to help you on the later assignments. So do check back on the feedback I've given you. The other thing to keep in mind is specifically how you can use earlier feedback in the Arguing in Multimedia project. So think, for instance, what have I said to you in my feedback about communicating an argument? So have I told you you need to be more clear early on about what your argument is? Well, if that's the case in your writing, it's probably going to be the case in your project, and you want to pay attention to that and make sure that you are telling your audience what your argument is very early on. Have I asked you about making clear your contribution to the argument and not letting your sources overshadow your own authorial voice? Well, again, that's going to apply to the Arguing in Multimedia project because you'll have sources, but the argument should be your own argument. And I want to see what you have to say, and I want to see what your clear contribution is. And you'll see that's one of the checklist items on the rubric as well. What have I asked you or told you about rhetoric in your visual rhetorical analysis? So things that you and I have chatted about in feedback about visual rhetoric are things that you can now apply to your own use of visual rhetoric in the Arguing in Multimedia project. So that's how you could use that feedback there. Basically, keep in mind that the Arguing in Multimedia project is a culmination of the diverse types of composition skills that you have been practicing throughout this class. So pretty much all of the feedback that I've given you at some point, you should be able to incorporate into your work on the Arguing in Multimedia project as you finish up. Other than that, keep in mind the finish line is so close. You are so close. I'm very excited to see what interesting arguments you've created for me and to see how you use these rhetorical skills that you've developed over this class to create a persuasive argument about the topics you care about. If you have any questions, as always, you can post those in the question and answer forum in the discussion section of our Blackboard, or you can email me directly. I hope that your final work for the class goes smoothly, and I'm looking forward to see what you have for me, and thank you for stopping by.